Um, hey everyone, welcome to our weekly Zoom calls. Today is June 16, 2016. It's 6/16/16. Awesome. I love it when the numbers all match. Um, so it is an amazing month. We're happy to be alive. We have many reasons to be grateful for, and one of them is the fact that we have life to give to others, and that's our purpose, right? I know the last time I checked our team, especially for my personally sponsored coaches, so far we have Norris and Giselle and Neri Durang, no, Neri Garcia as our Success Club qualifiers for the month of June so far. So it's not even the end of the month, and they are already at helped three people, I believe, so far. It's three people each they've helped. So that is amazing, guys. That is to say that the month isn't over yet. If you were on Kim Carver's call, you heard him say that this is a good chance for you to seek opportunities for growth, for character building, for expansion, for learning about yourself and others. And I also want to give a shout out to our newest member, who is Lady Ling Peralta. I don't know if she's on yet on the call or not, but she'll probably listen to the recording. She's a brand new member to our team, and she came in and immediately invited one of her friends to join. So kudos to you for having the courage to invite other people to join you on this journey. Congrats. I do want to share a few announcements that are happening. If you've noticed, inside of our to mute, I'm gonna mute. Inside of our Team Conquer page, I have just added a Revive album, and it has documents inside of it. So when you go into the Team Conquer file or album section, click on the album and you will notice that there's like a few days in advance and they've been posted with specific videos for you to expand your knowledge and information on how to grow this business. And I'm going to share a little bit of background information on how we get our hands and stuff like this. And it's truly an honor. We're part of a 15-star diamond team. What that means is my sponsor coach, Saudi Almonte, is a 15-star diamond coach. So she is surrounded by other star diamond coaches. And what they've done is they've compiled a library of top-notch information to duplicate their systems with their individualized downline. These trainings are specifically geared towards newer coaches. That's why, like, I am not one person to like be in that particular group because they're devoting their time and attention to newer coaches. But because we have access to this information, we have our hands in it. And that's why I created a file in our Team Conquer page so that we don't have to go all different places to find it. It is easy access, and every single day for the next 24 days, I will be uploading information. And just for to keep us all on the same page, I want to share with you because I'm trying to do things in a way that it's time efficient and easy access for us, okay? So this is what I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to share the screen so that I can show you. Because I sometimes think you know exactly what I'm thinking, and unless I explain myself, you won't know. So when you go to Team Conquer, you can click on Photos, and you can click on Album. And when you look at the album, you're going to go straight to the Team Conquer Revive 2016 album. When you click on that, you have all of the information there, and it explains a little bit more of what I just did. In these each of these pictures has something. One in particular that I want to highlight is this one, because it speaks to you about the information you need to get started. I know you hear us all talk about personal development, but the people in this training have suggested that we follow the Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. And if you've already heard or read Compound Effect, and if you've already heard Go Pro by Eric Worre, and you're looking for the next personal development book that you should be reading or listening to, then this should be your next option. If you're still in the midst of finishing the Compound Effect or Go Pro, then continue that and then pick up Miracle Morning afterwards. There's always a book list that we should have that is running, and we should always have that as our goal setting, okay? Now in here where it says week 1 schedule, you can see what to look for in the upcoming week. So we started yesterday, which was Wednesday. I uploaded the videos today. So today's video is up and yesterday's video is up. And you can look at them in here, or you can go, what I'm doing is, aside from there, from where it says week 1 schedule, you can also just go back to Team Conquer, where it says files, and there is a document that says Revive 2016 file for weekly training. So I've placed the trainings, or I will be placing the trainings as they are uploaded in this file, so that if, let's say, you're backed up a day and you want to catch up, all you need to do is go into the file section and catch yourself up. Okay? I wanted to make sure that I share that with you. The other thing is, let's say, for example, guys, you're looking for information on Super Saturday. So you type in the search button inside of the group, Super Saturday, and it will bring up any information that has been stated on Super Saturday, okay? Right now, we have not posted anything on the upcoming Super Saturday, but if you're in Team Eagle, you've heard us talk that our next Super Saturday is dated for August 6th. And I urge each one of you to purchase your tickets ASAP. If you are a coach who already has people interested in learning more about the business, I would purchase a ticket for yourself and for someone else that you're going to invite. Why? Because it is going to be you're going to be coming back from Summit, so all the hype is going to be created and people are going to start asking, and perhaps they want to learn more. If they're local, you want to invite them here. If not, we'll add the link into the group. Okay? Super Saturday is August 6th. You also heard me post to save the date for Fit Club, which is happening 2 times in the summer. One is going to be in July 2, and it'll be on Terrace on the Park in the rooftop. And the other one will be in Jersey in, I believe it's August, at the end of August, when we return from Summit. Let me look at the date for that one. And these are important dates for you. Oh, the Fit Club in Jersey is going to be August 27th. So let's say you're speaking to somebody and they're not interested in joining your challenge group, but you want to keep the conversation going and the follow-up information. This is something good that you can follow up with them and say, hey, I'm going to be doing this blank and blank day. If you want to join me, here's the time and place. Let's meet up there. Okay? A Fit Club is a perfect opportunity for the person that you are speaking to, and even for yourself, to come and get to know the community that you are part of. Surround yourself by positive, like-minded people. Exercise together. Try Shakeology flavors. And learn more about successful stories that are not just part of Team Conquer, but more on a global state, like Team Eagle or any member of the Beachbody community that is around our local area. All right, so that is one of those things that I hope you guys can make time to be there, and we shall see you there. So I know that this call, I figured we should kind of cover a few of the best practices so that we are all on the same page when it comes to leading our business as business owners. One thing that I wish I would have known from the get-go once I learned that I had such huge potentials with this business was to remain consistent and persistent and determined with my goals without putting it on other people's hand or ball or court. So my goals do not depend on anybody else. I am the sole responsible person for everything that happens in my life. And when I take that as an account to my life, I learned to look at things in a different format. I wasn't born like that. I wasn't born with that business mentality, but I've learned that through the course of this journey. So as you're coming in to our team, I want to be sure to share with you the things that will help you, I guess, propel faster and into your own success. So I've asked Norris and Giselle to share with us a little bit more about some of the best practices that they have learned from this business. And as you can tell from, their success leaves trails, and Norris has been with me since the beginning of time, and actually so has Giselle. We came into this basically together. We've learned together, we've failed together, but we've remained consistent together. And that is something to be acknowledged. And I completely, I honor them and I thank them for being part of our team and for being, as I call them, my firm foundations, because they are always there. And I thank them for that. So today I asked Norris to speak a little bit about what I consider her to be, which is consistent. So Norris, the floor is yours.
Thank you for your words. I mean, since the beginning, can you hear me?
I thought I was muting myself and I muted you.
Okay, it's okay. But thank you for the opportunity of sharing. I think that one thing is certain, and you mentioned it right now earlier, taking ownership. Before even the consistency, starting and all of that, you need to keep it real with yourself. Know what you want. Like for real. Like if I can speak to you from heart to heart, and many of you might be starting your journey right now, but I know for a fact that when I said yes to this opportunity and created my Facebook and started in my challenge group, and I'll link it to my fitness, I committed myself to the program. I invested my time, my energy, and my money, just like you guys, for my initial challenge pack. And back then, it wasn't $140. I purchased Shailene Extreme for $180 plus the tax. I remember it was $190 something that I had invested on. And prior to that, I was spending a lot of money elsewhere trying to figure out how to lose weight. If you guys can kindly mute your calls, I would so appreciate it. So that investment to me, I know that I was putting a lot into it, so I needed to see the results. And for once and for all, I committed, but I made that decision. So I want to ask every single one of you today, because every single day we have to decide to win the day, like Kim said earlier today. So you need to make a decision on a daily basis, just as you shower, to decide if you're going to show up in your life, in your family's life, and in your business. The same way that you show up to your 9 to 5, you need to consider this as such and treat it with respect. It is your duty and responsibility to do so. I think that becoming a coach to me has given me so many rewards, and I would be a hypocrite if I would not share it with the world. But I speak from a place of conviction, and I do it daily, not only because it serves me, but it also serves others, giving light and hope to others and enlightening them, letting them know, you know what, I was there once, but you too can do it if you stick to your guns. And I'm a woman of my word, and a lot of people take commitment very lightly. And consistency to me is simply that. I said yes, so I'm going to go through it on good days and bad days, because believe you me, I go through them just like you. I am not exempt from it. I actually think that I've had a lot of internal changes happening in my life, and I'm very, very grateful for every single one of them because they've only made me stronger. And you know why? Because I haven't given up. Because my commitment is that real. Just as my commitment is to my family and to my husband and to my mom and to my sister, you'll see me, and I'm that type of person. If anyone knows me like really to the core, they know that I am going to be a ride or die if I said yes. You better believe it that I'm going to be with you till the end. The same way I treat this business. Because I cannot be a fake and say, yes, I'm in it, I'm going to help you, and then I'm going to fall out. When you're not seeing results in your business, it's because you're not staying true to you, to your first commitment of deciding to say yes to the opportunity and not showing up on days you don't want to. This is just like any other job. You gotta get your hands involved. You need to become a student. Just the same way when you apply to a position and you submit your resume, you're looking for certain things. When you said yes to this opportunity, it was because something intrigued you. You said yes because you were intrigued by the possibility of building your own business, of dreaming again, of creating your own hours, choosing with who you want to work with. Whatever made you say yes to the coaching opportunity, stay true to that. That's what you signed up for. But there's going to be a price to that. And that's going to make you some days want to quit. But at the end of the day, the rewards are so much more than that. But the consistency is what will keep that fuel going. And yes, you might not receive instant gratification because this business is not about a get-rich scheme. This is not a microwave effect. This is like a crock pot. You have to nurture, love it, and care for it. But in order for you to do that, you need to show up daily. You can't expect for this to work for you if you do it only on days when it feels right, or let me give it another try. You got to continue moving forward. So that's, coming into the core of this business, which is being in the service business, of coming in with an open heart, with an open mind, to know that if you are listening to personal development and you're applying it to your daily life, you're sharing that on your social media. Boom, that's a post. If you're working out, what is that sweat session doing for you? For me, it's my happy pill. That has been my preferred option. I do not want to recruit to medical help, so I sweat it out. I share that. My kids are no longer my excuse. They're actually my reason to continue pushing forward on days that I don't want to do it. And if you don't have a why, start searching for that. What makes you tick? What makes you get up in the morning? Or what doesn't allow you to sleep at night? And for me, my word is freedom. But freedom is not free. You got to pay for that. It's a luxury. So showing up daily, sharing what this opportunity has done for me. Yes, I've lost weight and I've lost a lot of it, and I'm thankful for it. But I've also gained a community, a team. I've also learned so much about food that I didn't even know before. So staying committed and consistent is what's allowed me to hit Success Club. It sounds maybe easy to you, but for you who have been doing it for a month or two, you kind of get the rhythm of this. Hitting Success Club consistently has only been one way for me. There's no secret to this. It's showing up daily. And regardless of all the no's, I still continue to post. I still continue to invite. I still continue to recruit and just be me, because I need Beachbody in my life. I can't live without it. So I'm still going to show up to my family. I'm going to show up to my business, because I can't rely on other people's emotions or other people's issues or other people's stressors, because they have their own to battle with. I need my own to resolve, and nobody's going to come into my house and resolve my bills. This is my livelihood. So as such, I treat it. And with that respect, I show up to my business daily. So if you consider that, the whole aspect of this is meant for you to be successful, because Beachbody doesn't want us to fail. They gave us the blueprint to lead a healthy and fulfilling life if we commit to it. If we decided we're here, because it's Thursday. I switched my dates. It's Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. almost, and you guys are present. So you want this. You've made the decision. It's now a matter of committing and staying true to the word that you said you were going to do, regardless of the storm. And a lot of you ladies I know are faithful. And in this community, what we're doing, we are in the front line. And if you haven't figured it out, you need to take care of yourself first in order for you to take care of others. And this is why I love Beachbody. Its sole purpose is for us to not only grow from the outside, like, have our guns, but it's made us focus on increasing our self-value, our self-awareness, our self-confidence, and it all begins with a mindset. Your business will grow depending on how much you invest on yourself. Like, how cool is that? That is part of your job description, getting to know yourself to the core. And many of you maybe don't want to dig that deep because it might be painful, but with pain comes strength if you allow it to. And God did not promise us that we weren't going to suffer or go through anything. He said, I'm going to help you get through it, but we need to get through it. And sometimes we run from it when we're feeling it too, close. We're like, this is too much. And then that's when the frustration comes along, and then that's when consistency drops out. So don't allow all these negativity and all the chaos of the world derail you. Stay consistent in the path, just the same way that you had to do it in the beginning with your journey. And if you haven't completed a program, I suggest for you to start. June 20th is Monday. The next day is summer. Start a program and finish it and commit to it like you've never committed before, and apply it to your daily life. Beachbody for me has never been an add-on stress. It's actually been my stress reliever. So that's how I've applied it to my life, and I've been consistent, yes, with my programs, with Shakeology. I haven't stopped. I received my 365 cup because for me, I can't live without Shakeology. So if I can't live without it, I need to inhale it, breathe it, love it, and share it. And that's how I stay consistent throughout. My goal is not to just focus on the no's, because that is obvious. And the bigger the goal, the bigger the no's will be, So not sure if...
No, you did amazing. Thank you very, very much. And I just want to piggyback on something that Nora said. We're not, when we post on social media, the purpose of our post is to connect with other people. We're not in a competition to be popular. We're in this journey to connect with others. So sometimes one post is going to have a bigger impact than another post, but you should not rely on the popularity of your post or how many people commented, liked, or shared your post for you to actually post something else. Stay consistent whether or not you see with your eyes people liking things or commenting. You know why? There are a lot of people who are watching you,
And that's where trust begins.
They're watching you. Maybe you added some cold friends into your Facebook page, and they're basically waiting to see if what you said back in January was true, that you were in this to make a lifestyle change. They want to see if it is true that you work out every single day. They want to know what are the tips you have to share every single day that they can apply to their lives.
And if I can just say, sorry, Honoris, if I can only say something, be yourself. People can tell fake from a mile away. Yeah. I don't know if it's because I'm a Taurus. My sign, I'm not too familiar with signs, but I am clear as water and I hate fake. So if you can just be as transparent as you can, voice yourself, don't use quotes to to the max. If you have to, some days use them, but be real and just go with the intention that you want to add value because you've received that. So why not pay it forward? If you go with that intention, it makes life much easier.
And you can
regardless of the results.
And you will connect easier. And I'll say this with conviction, because I've been in this journey for long enough to say that when I've noticed when people fall off, or let's say they've been posting consistently since, I don't know, December, and come January, something happened in their life, then they fell off. And then they come back again, and then they fall off again, and then they come back again. You can't be on a healthy journey, fall out and come back, fall out and come back, because your credibility is going to be weak. You must and that's where, when Kim spoke today about, staying committed to your commitment, you committed to making a lifestyle change. So commit to that, and the rest will fall into place. You know why? Because if you're able to have your own personal transformation, and you will be able, someone will come to your Facebook page or to your Instagram page, and they will tell you a year from today, I've seen you with my eyes transform before me. I want to know what it is that you're doing. It's going to be much easier than to have to explain to them how a system works if you've been on it for so long and you still haven't seen results.
And you always want to, and I know that this is true for me. For me, actions always have spoken louder than words. And it's one of the reasons why Universe had to hide from me for 30 days, because she knew that in order for me to say yes to this, I needed to see results with my eyes. That might be bad, but for me, it's always been that. The same with the public. They need to see that your actions are real. And if you've been doing this, and I honestly highly suggest for you to do this from the get, evaluate where you are right now. Remember why you started and never lose focus of that. And just continue the course, and knowing that regardless of where this journey leads you, you are becoming stronger, not only physically, but also mentally. You are changing your life.
You know what I say? When people, I'm getting a lot of objections.
It gives me peace.
When I hear people tell me that they don't have time, that they gave up on trying on giving, on living life for themselves.
Yeah, because you have 25 hours more.
I say to them, you know what? That is fine. I am going to prove to you that 30 minutes a day have the power to change your life, but you must be willing to do that. And I can walk away and not hold on to that person because that person wasn't ready for my help.
And before I go, just as you started your journey, when you start right off the bat, and I was a stop and go all my life with other diets, and I always recruited the pill, which was the fastest way and the fastest way I saw results. However, regardless of the program that you've chosen, it can be the best program ever. But if you just do it 2 times, half-assing it every single week, you ain't gonna see no results. Like, you're lying to yourself. But if you're keeping it real with you, because that's the beauty of this too, the best competition you're gonna find is the person you see in the mirror. It's you yourself and I. This is it. You are in control of your business, and it's a luxury, guys. Like, you have the key to your success, how much income you earn, and how you will run with this. And success leaves clue. We are blessed with the team that we are part of. We are part of 10,000 and own it proudly. But guess what? Team Eagle started from the bottom up, like from the ground. It was only a few with 3, but you know what they had to do? They had to build on one another, team up, and stay consistent in the course. You don't think that they had hesitations? There's like top coaches that like honor Mickey and Salvi for making New York City happen. So be proud of that. We need to have the hustle mentality. We need to grind. Like, don't expect for it to be an easy thing. And I am being as real as can be, because I think that there's a misconception, because yes, we want the freedom. Yes, I know I want it, but I know that I have to work towards what I want, So stay consistent, stay the course, and don't think it's going to be an overnight thing. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Awesome. Norris is on the talking mode. I think Kim got her fired up today. Um,
You did.
all righty. And I really do appreciate your words of wisdom, because that just proves, that you've got this down pack. Um, the other thing that I believe is one of the best practices we can have as coaches, and in this process of helping other people, is not just putting out our lives and our journey and inviting other people, but there's the how they say that the pudding comes, or the strawberry on top, or the cherry on top. Like, the beauty comes with what's called the follow-up. So for those of you who may not understand our language, basically you put out an invitation, or you may have messaged someone to tell them that you have a group starting, or you have a challenge coming up, or you have X happening, or perhaps you just told somebody, look, I have a coach opportunity. I would like for you to learn more about it. The person gives you thumbs up. The person says, yes, tell me more. The person blank and blank. You send them the following steps, and you explain to them what the group is all about. And then you hear crickets. So then you're thinking to yourself, how on earth am I going to go in and start this conversation with this person? And that's what Giselle is going to help us understand. Giselle has become a pro at following up with others, because in order for you to help others finally get started with their program, you must be a pro at the follow-up process. So Giselle, in your car, take it all, take it over.
Well, thank you. Hi, everybody. Before I get to the follow-up within the business part of it, I wanted to, again, as you piggyback on Norris, I want to piggyback on her again. Follow up with yourself is key. You need to figure out if everything that you're doing is on point, if you're staying committed to the words that you say you were going to do, the things that you say you were going to do, your to-do list. Follow up with your emotions, follow up with whatever it is that you say you were going to do. Are you secure in it? Are you leading by example? Because it doesn't matter if you follow up with 10,000 people. If they see that you're not doing anything, it's going to mean nothing. You know what I mean? So if you're not showing up, staying consistent, staying committed on a daily basis, then it's going to just disintegrate, because nobody's really going to want to follow up with somebody who doesn't show up. So that's point number one. Following up for me, I wouldn't consider myself a professional yet, but I think I've got it going. I think I figured it out. I usually, like Unaris mentioned, I send out the messages. I'm big, as you girls know, in creating these little posts, these invites. I love using Canva. I feel like my creative side comes out, and I have a lot of fun doing that. And I post those, put those out there, and whoever likes my post, I send them a message saying, hey, thank you for liking my post. Wondering if you were interested in losing some weight or knowing somebody who is. If you want more information, I'm going to do this challenge group. I'll send you guys everything that I usually send them. And if they reply, fabulous, then I say, oh my God, that's great. I'm so happy that you're interested. Tell me more about yourself. Before I give you more details, tell me a little bit more about yourself. What are your weight loss goals? What is it that you want to accomplish, and what is motivating you to make this lifestyle change? And usually there's like the open door for some people to just like vomit about their life, like, this is why I need to change. And then you listen with a wide ear and wide eyes, and you take every single thing that they say, and you really try to connect with them, because we've all been there. You know what I mean? I know I was there when I reached out to Unaris. I was like, what are you doing? And then she told me the same thing, and that's when I poured myself out to her, and lo and behold, this is why I'm here. But you really have to make that connection with them, and you start forming them. You start asking them questions about who they are, what do they like, what if they have children, if they work, and you get to know about them. And then you just you let them know about the challenge group, and then you kind of, just let it go. And then if they keep on talking, then I keep on answering. But if I see that they're just kind of like holding off, I'm like, it was so nice to chat with you. Wonderful. Leave it at that. And then obviously you write down the name of the person, you write down the where you found them, either on IG or Facebook or in person or whatever it is, so that way you try to remember, the connection that you made with them. And you write down little notes about your conversation. And then the date is very important. The date that you started to speak to them. So whatever, I leave it there. And then after that, I kind of go into their pages throughout the week or within the couple of days, and I comment on them, letting them know that I am here, that I am watching them, that I'm interested in them and their life and whatnot. And then I send them another message. Hey, how are you? Have you had a chance to look over the things that I sent you? Are you still interested in joining my group? I have a couple of spots left, and I thought of you, specifically of you. And you want to make them feel important. You want to make them feel special, because a lot of the girls that I get, they suffer from depression, and nobody reaches out to them. Like, they don't feel special. They don't feel like they mean anything. Hence why they gained all that weight. And just a few days ago, I experienced that. And with a specific girl I was talking to on IG, and she mentioned something. She's like, "Oh my God, like you make me feel some type of way." I'm like, "Some type of way? What type of way is that?" And then she just voiced out, like, "You make me feel important. Like, you want me out of all those people that you are reaching out to or that are trying to connect with. You want to connect with me? Like, you want me in your group?" I'm like, "Absolutely, I want you." And long behold, she is gonna join the group on June 20th. So just reach out, be yourself, be friendly, be warm-hearted, be sincere, and just connect to real people. You want somebody, do what you want to others as what you want to be done to yourself. And just always make sure you just keep tabs on it, like write your notes, because sometimes we forget who we're contacting or who we're following up with, and we can confuse them with somebody else. That has happened to me too in the beginning. There's a lot of Marias out there, and I confuse one Maria with the other. She's like, "I think you're talking to the wrong person." I'm like, "Oh no." But yeah, that's kind of that's the way I kind of roll with it, I don't know.
It's so funny. Another good thing too is to check if it's Maria. Go to the Convo and go into their newsfeed, because sometimes this has happened to me. And following up, you send a message and they're probably out of state. They've moved. They're going through a transition.
Someone passed away.
Someone passed away. So you don't want to be all jolly without kind of like knowing where they're at right now. So I always try to do that too.
Yeah, and also when you're following up, don't be too salesy either. Like, don't push like, "Hey, there's a sale this month. It's $140. You're gonna buy. You're gonna buy. You're gonna buy. You're gonna buy." No, you don't want to do that. Like, just be like, "Oh, I remember that we spoke about X, Y, and Z, and I'm just following up. See how you're doing your weight loss goals." And if they're not ready, then they're not ready. Be like, "But anyways, I'm gonna send you this meal plan that I found to be helpful for me." Or if you're having a free, everybody loves free, clean eating challenge group, add them to that. Because some people just don't want the commitment of, just doing that whole challenge group thing. And some people just have had really bad experiences, or others just have a really bad perspective, or whatever idea of what it is that we do as coaches, because I'm sure there's a lot of coaches out there that are needy, and they've reached out to them. So you want to be the different coach. You want to be the coach that stands out. You want to be the coach that actually wants to help them,
And that's key. That is key. And that's why listening in the first part is very important. Never rush into anything with anyone. And that's why speaking to more people gives you more opportunity, so that you're not desperate and you're not rushing into anything. Because number one, you don't want to pressure people. You want to speak from your heart. And if you are in a desperate mode, all you see is the cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah.
3 people told you that they will purchase and you're sitting on those 3 people, you're going to pressure them till they want to explode, and you're going
Yeah.
to close the relationship with that person.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but you also lose a referral there too, because that person, maybe they're not ready, but they could have referred their friend, their mother, their sister, but you're being like a bee on a flower. Like that's not pretty. It's not a nice look. And not only that, you have to remember that you're also representing Team Eagle. You know, you're representing your upline, you're representing Beachbody. You know what I mean? You don't want to give that off, that vibe off. Like it's not pretty, it's not nice.
And I've been called, while I'm following up with people, I've been called a robot. I've been called, people have told me, that's all right. You're just like everyone else. People have said to me, you seem to only want to help me if I join your team. And I have a backbone. I truly feel with every bone, skin, and flesh on my body that I am not here to earn a buck over anyone else. It's actually a pro bono idea that I'm doing in service of others by offering them the opportunity and the support, because I am fully aware that this opportunity is available on Amazon, and it's available as an automated system. But the opportunity that I have to give you my one-on-one attention is different, and I want you to feel that. So when someone calls you in a different format or a different way, take ownership over what service you are providing and let them know with a love and voice and with firm and faith in your gift. Let them know you're not a robot. Let them know you're not here to give them a package and let them walk. You're not here to help them collect dust, or you're not here to just make another sale. You are here because you want to learn about what it is they need that you can help them with. If you put that as your bandage, as your seal of, you know how that's your stamp of excellence, trust and believe you will have a firm business. But if you're only here to have a rotating door, a revolving door, people are going to tell the difference. And here's the difference. If you heard a no on your 3rd follow-up and you never ever liked or commented or spoke with that person again, all you wanted was a sale.
Yep, absolutely.
People
And I think we all,
want you to recreate that relationship with them.
yeah, I think we all start like that. I know I sure did, like, because it
And we
gets
make
exciting.
mistakes.
Yeah, and you learn as you go, and you get excited. You're like, oh my God, I'm hitting a C. I really don't know what this means, but I'm hitting it. And you're helping me. And you just want to rack up the
And this
numbers. You
person
want
said,
to
no,
rack
I
up.
got goals. I got goals. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with her?
But let me tell you that I was looking through my old memories, and you know how Facebook does, and it reminded me that this time last year I hit SC20. I'm like, I hit SC20. Like I did it. I did that at one point. But am I the same person now that I was before? Are my like, is my target a little different now? Like what drives me more? Like, yeah, hitting SC is great because that means you're building, but half of those people that joined that time are not even here. They've dropped off. So that means that the connection that I made with them maybe wasn't as good as the connections I'm making with the ones that are here now.
And
You
also,
live and you learn. You go through it.
and you learn. So I don't know, just so when you follow up, let's say for example, and someone gives you an absolute no, like absolutely, I don't have time, I don't have money, and they told you 20 times that they're not available. What do you do with them?
Well, I don't let them go that easily. I do the whole breakdown of the, $4 a day, and kind of let them know the benefits and what they're getting from the program. And of course, the 30-day money back guarantee. I always shoot that. I'm like, girl, you don't even have to spend the money. You want to 30 days, you try it out. As long as you give it your all, you have to give it your all to the program and follow it as is. You're gonna see results. But if you feel like this is not for you, then by all means return it and get your money back. And that's it. Like, I'm here to help you. I'm not here to make money off of you. I just really want to help you because you told me that you need help. So I'm here. I'm giving you what you want.
Do you
But
do you solely follow up through phone, through text, through voice?
no, I do. I get their email. I'm still working with it because it takes so long. People just don't respond to email as fast as chats and text, whatever. But I do get their email. I do get their Facebook. I transfer them automatically from Instagram once they like my post and I'm chatting with them a little bit. I'm like, you know what? Let's transfer this. Do you have Facebook? Sometimes they don't have Facebook. So the ones that I do, I say, if you have Facebook, let's go over to chat. It's so much easier to follow up and to talk through there. And then they request my friendship. I add them, and then we do our thing through chat. And I like the chat through Facebook because of the voice notes. So I do a lot of voice messages, and then they hear the sincerity in my voice. They hear the excitement in my voice. They hear me, and they get to relate to me, and sometimes that gets them going a little bit more. And that has worked for me. And I also do the text, and I also do phone calls. So I do a variety. It depends on the person. If I see that the person is a texter, like, I'll stick with texting. If I see, I'll ask, would you like to chat over the phone? Like, what's best or whatever. And, just take it from there. Everybody is different.
And when you mentioned that, on Facebook has these reminders and tells you who you've become friends with blankety amount of years ago. I love to send them a message and say, hey, so-and-so, Facebook just reminded me that it's been 2 years since you and I became friends here on this platform. How have things changed for you? Or I'll notice on their feed if they had 2 kids, I noticed that, wow, you already have another child. Congratulations. Or you just graduated, you just completed your master's. Or last time we spoke, you were seeking, help with your health and fitness. Where are you with that about now? And from a friend to friend perspective, they will come back to me because now they've been following me. It's just that we haven't been communicating because they no longer want to be part of my team. That's okay. But they're still part of my friend list.
Yeah. And long behold, that once you do that little conversation, they're going to go to your page and they're going to see what you're up to. They're going to start liking. They're like, oh, she's still doing her thing. Like, maybe I may not be ready now, but they'll be ready later on, and you'll be the first person that they contact, because that has happened to me numerous times where people from, like, when I started in the beginning say, hey, I've been following you and I'm ready now. I'm like, oh, ¿y de dónde salió it? I'm like, okay, let's do it. All right. And I love that. I love that part. And I also, with the posts that I make, with the latest one, the 21-day fix one, like, are you ready for the 21-day fix? Yada, yada. For those that during that month or the month before mentioned to me those enrollments that I send that are just sitting there collecting dust, I tag them on that post. I'm like, are you ready? And I make sure that they remember that they have an enrollment there, and then I follow up with them. And sometimes, things happen. People forget, situations with their finances come up, things within the family, a death in the family, something in the marriage, whatever, something always comes up. So, sending a friendly reminder, say, hey, remember you wanted to do this. I'm still here waiting for you.
And that's about it. And thank you so much, Giselle, because I think we send out the invitation and then we hear back from them their needs. We've given them the solution. We don't have anything else to give them. When they say, so what is your program all about? And you're like, but I told her. Now what am I going to say again? I just kind of reword the same things I said about the package, and then I just send it back. Or sometimes I'll say to them, what questions do you have that I can answer so that I can help you get started? Most people just want to be reassured that what they're doing is the right thing. Sometimes I'll say, I was wondering, what is holding you back from actually going forward with your goal of losing 30 pounds? Or you mentioned the fact that you were looking for support. I wonder if you are afraid that this may not work for you. Let's talk about your fears, and sort of bring them down. And also if, get dates from people. Like when you're following up with someone and you're at that point of conversation when they're like, I thought I was going to do it, but something came up and I won't be able to. Completely fine. Is it okay with you if I follow up with you by this amount? If you're in the beginning of the month, I always give them 2 to 3 weeks. If they tell me I'm going away, I have had this, I'm going away on vacation, I'll say, oh, great. For how long will you be on vacation? Oh, I'm going away for 2 months. So would it be okay for me to message you back on? And then I look at the calendar, blank month, date, and then I write that on my agenda. Because the other thing is, if you said you're going to follow up, follow up. And
yeah, I do that too. I forgot to mention that. Thank you for mentioning that.
And that's your open door to say, as promised, what we are, hope you had a great time during your vacation. I just wanted to, reconvene with you where we left off, and if there's anything I can do to help you get started. Or you can just mention, look, right now this is happening. I have a new group. It's starting blank date. Always have a start date for something that is happening,
Yeah, like my recent message to one of the pending enrollments was like, hey, I'm gathering up the troops for my next challenge group. I saw that your enrollment was still pending. I was just wondering if you were still interested, or if you needed more time to think about it, let me know. And that's it. You don't want to put any pressure on anybody.
And I am pretty much automatic on, I follow up with people every 3 months. So right now we're in the month of June. I am following up with people from March, because last month I followed up with people in February. So I usually follow up 3 months in time brackets, and that keeps me consistent. The other thing you can do is, since you've already collected emails, let's say from people from 3 months ago, 6 months ago, put those emails in a bulk email that you can send using the back office. Send them a summer postcard, just as a reminder that you are still, their free coach, and that they can count on you and message you. You have this happening. You have that happening. Contact me. Let's connect. Okay? So there's a lot of different ways to there's a lot of best practices, and we can be on here for the whole night. But of course, we all have families and we all have commitments, and we want to stay present in our commitments. So I think, I had these amazing follow-up tips. Norris mentioned win the day. I was going to mention that. You got that. Make sure you continue to do the things you can control. And at the end of every day, guys, set up your affirmations, and don't go to sleep feeling defeated. Instead, go to sleep feeling like you have won the day. Create a winning experience in your heart and in your mind. And that's one way that I always go to bed. Did I make someone smile today? Did I uplift someone's spirit today? Did I share something that can add value to someone else's life? Did I share a little bit about myself so that I can be open to receive? And if the answer to my questions is yes, then I did something that is a winning attitude. I can go to sleep in peace. All right. If you feel as though you have nobody to speak to, that means you need to be more open. You need to expand your opportunities. You need to seek new ways to contact others. And there's a lot of different avenues, and this is when you need to become creative. So speak to more people every single day, and remember to share you, because there's nobody else like you. Everyone else has already been taken. Everyone else's model is already up. You are unique in your own special way, and there is another one just like you that is waiting for you to reach out. And when you do, you'll feel like, wow, where have you been my whole life? I feel like we've known each other. We've known each other for so long, because it's almost like you speak the same language. That person exists, but you need to put yourself out there so that you can connect with them. I can't connect with the people you can connect. And that's the power and the beauty of this, that we together as a team can have expansions, and we can go across the nation and actually lend a hand and help and impact and add life into people. And as you can tell, there's a lot of need for life. Yeah, Melissa, I'll share. It's any of the Melissa asked if I can share the postcard idea. I'll share something. It's the same thing that you would do to invite on your public wall. And it's just you're adding a graphic. You can add it directly on your Gmail or email account, or you can go into the back office and just click on create bulk email, select one of the postcards, and write a message from your heart to theirs. And just submit to all the emails that you have already collected. That is the best way that you can also connect with people. Alrighty, my friends. I don't know. I've already posted the Kim Carver call that we have mentioned on here. It's on our Team Conquer page. And as soon as this finishes processing, I will also post a recording. Thank you guys very much for your time. If you have any questions, please post them below in the team page. Thank you so very much.